Hey everybody, this is Nikki Brown. Glad to see you on again tonight for continuing education. Super excited for tonight's topic. We're gonna just go ahead and dive right in. Let me just get to my notes real quick. Hope everyone's having a great summer. We've indulged probably way too much. I'll talk a little bit more about that here when we get going. But also just had a lot of fun with our kids playing games and going to the pool. And my daughter was just lamenting, she's a lifeguard at our local pool here. And we were just talking to McKenna, and I said I'm darker than her. And she was like, but wait a minute, here's the reason why. So it was totally like, my mom's darker than me, but so it was kind of fun. So today's topic is on TerraZyme and PBAssist. And I picked this topic specifically because we have today and tomorrow to be able to take advantage of doTERRA's awesome incentive, which is the PBAssist and the TerraZyme at a 10% discount. So you're paying about almost $4, $3.50 to $4 less than you would normally pay for those two products. So they're life changers for me, and we're actually going to talk about some of the things that go along with it tonight. But let's go ahead and look at some of the benefits of doTERRA. doTERRA's PBAssist and oh goodness, TerraZyme. So we're pretty familiar. If you've been doing doTERRA or using doTERRA, you're pretty familiar with the wellness lifestyle. It's a pyramid, and it starts out with what your lifestyle looks like: eating right, exercising, managing stress and managing your rest as well, and then reducing toxic load. And then it goes on up into healthcare, where you have informed self-care and also proactive medical care. What we found in our home, we've been using essential oils for almost 20 years. Is that kind of crazy? But because of the lifestyle that I have chosen with my family, we found that we don't need to go to the doctor as often, that we have the ability to pretty much use our doctors to diagnose, and that's about where it ends. And because we're eating right, relatively right, because we are exercising of some sort, moving our bodies for at least 30 minutes a day, because we are able to manage our stress with the oils. This is what we have in the office by the computer. Frankincense and Citrus Bliss, two of the best oils for managing stress. And then we also have a bottle of Motivate. So that's how we manage stress, with our diffuser right here beside us. But also the rest. Diffusing is a great way to initiate rest as well. And because we do maintain and reduce our toxic, or not maintain, but have a maintenance program to reduce our toxic load, we're healthier. And so we've been able to pass that on to our 5 kids, and that's been pretty awesome in and of itself. But because of that, we're finding that we don't have to go to the doctor as often. We know that these are the basics to having better health. We know that we need to be watching what we eat. We know that more fruits and vegetables, healthy fats and proteins is a better lifestyle for us, and we don't do a whole lot of fast food because it's not on the fast track for better health. Once we take a look at that, eating right is at the basis of that pyramid, foundational pyramid, because it is imperative for a healthy lifestyle. You can't sit on the couch all day and then expect to feel stellar. You're just not going to happen. Over the years, we've also learned that what sort of impact good sleep and stress management can have on our bodies. And so reducing the toxic load is also important, and it's the next level. So if you were to be out on the street and ask someone, your super sleuth reporter, Nikki Brown here, downtown Nikki Brown, of course, if you asked anyone on the street what they needed to do to eat healthier, they would have an answer, right? If I asked them what they needed to do to exercise better or more, they'd have suggestions, right? Everyone's got an answer. If you were to ask them how to get more rest and to manage stress, that's just my dog, don't worry about that. They give a solution too. But reducing toxic load, you'd probably hear nothing but crickets, right? How do you do that? Is it a juice cleanse that you're supposed to be doing, or maybe it's starving yourself and only eating 500 calories a day? Maybe it's eating lots of gross fiber, or you're just absolutely fasting for days on end, and maybe adding some grade AA maple sugar or maple syrup to it. Those don't sound like fun to me. They're not realistic for me and my lifestyle that I have with my kids. I want them to have an example of what it's like to be healthy and to choose to be healthy. And we're not talking about one-time fix-it-all. You need to be supplementing your body with a few key things to be able to keep your body in a homeostasis. And a cleanse is part of that. The cleanse that we do actually includes PBAssist and TerraZyme. And so I'll actually go over some of the other products that are included in the 30-day cleanse and restore. But it's a gentle cleanse, and it brings balance back to your body. And TerraZyme and PBAssist are a main thing for both of those, for this. We know that your gut and your emotions are a two-way street. They both impact each other. So addressing the state of your gut health, not just the food you eat, is incredibly important to your mental health. We know that you can do all sorts of things. Obviously, we've already talked about exercise. We've already talked about the type of foods that you eat. Gluten is a main inflammation item in your body. So is sugar and highly processed foods. We want to stay away from those. Less red meats, more fruits and vegetables. We know that drinking lemon in our water every day is going to cleanse our body of those toxins as well. And as we do those things, we're going to have a more relaxed, more beneficial state of mind. Even if you have issues with your hormones, we know that those can cause your body to go into imbalance. And so your gut health is very important in your hormone health and also in your skin health as well. And we'll talk a little bit more about that one. Super healthy eating isn't just something that is an option. It's something that most people figure out sooner or later that they have to do. And it's worth it. It is totally worth it. And so, you know, your gut and your filter organs, it's a two-way street as well. So let's dive into this a little bit more. TerraZyme, we'll talk about real quick. It is a proprietary blend of active whole food enzymes and supporting cofactors that are often deficient in cooked, processed, and preservative-laden food. The powerful combination of digestive enzymes found in TerraZyme supports the body's constant production of enzymes critical for healthy biochemical functions, including healthy digestion of food nutrients and cellular metabolism of nutrients to energy. TerraZyme includes a variety of whole food enzymes that help with the digestion of proteins, fats, complex carbohydrates, sugars, and fiber. So what does TerraZyme do? That's a big, long, book, wordy encyclopedia answer. So enzymes break down proteins and amino acids that we find in protease. It breaks down protein that we find in papain. It also breaks down carbohydrates, starches, and sugars that we find in an amino acid called amylase. Lipase is fats and oils that need to be absorbed into the intestine. Lactase, we know, is lactose found in milk sugars. Cellulase, which is found in fruits and vegetable fibers. Glucoamylase, which is found in starch. Sucrase, which is a sucrose to fructose and glucose for energy. Anti-gluten enzyme blend, it has that in it. And so that's obviously, it's going to help break down gluten. And it also breaks down alpha, oh, this is a big one, galactosidase, which is a polysaccharide sugars from legumes and cruciferous vegetables that can cause bloating and gas. So, you know, after eating broccoli or cauliflower, you're kind of gassy. Well, that enzyme alpha galactosidase is going to break down that broccoli and cauliflower. So I'm sorry, I hope you understood that. The enzyme protease is the enzyme that will break down proteins and amino acids. So I think I probably started that off incorrectly. So forgive me for that. So in all of that, we find that your gut can feel better. I know in my life, when I started taking TerraZyme on a regular basis, I started feeling a lot better. And regular basis, let's talk about regular basis. If we're putting food into our bodies, if all of these amino acids are breaking down these different proteins and carbohydrates and sugars and gluten and sugars and starches, then wouldn't it be assumed that you would probably need to take it before every meal? You do. And if you take it half an hour before every meal, it's actually best working on an empty stomach, because it can do a lot of good before food hits the stomach. But it can also, if you forget when you half an hour before, you can take it with the meal. It's not going to be as effective. And can you take it after the meal as well? Well, yeah, you sure can. But again, it's not going to be as effective as if you had taken it half an hour before. So just keep that in mind, that this TerraZyme can be a game changer for you. I know I was diagnosed with being gluten sensitive, dairy sensitive, egg sensitive, sugar sensitive, and was taken off of all of those, along with soy and whey specifically, and even down to, oranges, and there was something else I can't remember. A lot of stuff. What was I eating? I was eating a lot of salads after that. But what I had found was, once I started using the TerraZyme and then got some other health issues in check, that my tummy wasn't feeling as bad. And I wasn't one to be gassy or bloated or anything like that. But where my intolerances would show up was on my skin. So I had a time in my life where, over the last 2 years, that my skin was just not healthy. And it was really itchy, it was really red, and just not helpful to having a healthy mindset. And so TerraZyme has definitely helped me with the food sensitivities that I had. And I was just telling McKenna before we started that tonight's the first night I've had pizza in over 2 years. And so I told her to call me tomorrow and see how I was feeling. Because even though I'm not sensitive to gluten or I'm not allergic to gluten, your body does better without it in your system. And so there might be a cleanse coming on here pretty quick. So let's go on to PBAssist. PBAssist contains prebiotic fiber and 6 strains of probiotic microorganisms in a unique double-layered vegetable capsule. It's pretty cool looking, I'm not going to lie. It delivers 6 billion CFUs of active probiotic cultures and soluble prebiotic FOS, fructose, oligosaccharides that encourage healthy and friendly bacterial growth in your intestines. So there's actually a study that I found that I think you'll find pretty interesting as well. The study is on probiotic effects on cold and influenza-like symptom incidence and duration in children. So the method that they used is a double-blind placebo-controlled study where 326 eligible children that were ages 3 to 5 were assigned randomly to receive a placebo, Lactobacillus acidophilus, or L. acidophilus with Bifidobacterium animalis and lactis. So 3 or 4 different ways of getting them something to take in their mouth with 2 different probiotics. So the children were treated twice daily for 6 months. The conclusion of this is that daily dietary probiotic supplementation for 6 months was a safe, effective way to reduce fever, rhinorrhea, and cough incidence, and the duration and antibiotic prescription incidence, as well as the number of missed school days attributed to illness in these children 3 to 5 years of age. And that's on PubMed, and I can cite the document or the study number. So what is it saying? It's saying if you give your child a probiotic for 6 months twice a day, that their ability to fight off or incur cold and influenza-like symptoms is greatly reduced. And so what does that mean to a mom of, I still have a 9-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 16-year-old at home? It means if they're feeling yucky, then their ability to counteract that, to balance that, is going to be heightened if they're taking a probiotic on a regular basis. So what does a probiotic do? Well, sorry, my son's leaving. It promotes a positive balance and proliferation of beneficial bacteria. It maintains healthy intestinal microflora balance. It supports healthy functioning of the digestive and immune systems, because your gut is your second brain. It supports the health of the GI tract, specifically the intestines and the colon. Everybody, have fun. Yep. And it helps support optimal metabolism and absorption of food. So we talked about TerraZyme a minute ago, but PBAssist will actually help with that as well. So PBAssist is something that I take depending on where I'm at and how I'm feeling. I might start taking it twice a day, but either once at night so that it can have as much time unadulterated, where it's not going to be bothered for the longest amount of time to get from here down into my gut and do its goodness down there. or I will take it twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. And that becomes a protocol for me. So the probiotics help you digest your food, even the foods that you have a hard time digesting. So like for me, one of the things that I know helped heal my gut, because I did have leaky gut at the same time as all these food sensitivities, was taking PBAssist. Especially after someone's taken an antibiotic, you want to be able to give the probiotics to replace that and replenish that good flora that needs to be in their gut. Most of the store-bought and other probiotics that are out there typically get killed by the stomach acid. They don't make it past your stomach. And so ours are double encapsulated. Even the PBAssist Junior, they're little granules. They are double encapsulated also, so that they can get past the stomach acid and down into your intestines. And we want it to get down into the small intestine, because that's where we need it to help proliferate the new biome down there. And so the double encapsulated helps them to not dissolve until they get where they need to go. So if you've had too much sugar, take some PBAssist. If you want to eat bread, I'm not suggesting this, but if you want to eat bread, have some PBAssist. If you want to eat dairy, go ahead and try the PBAssist. People have said that it is very helpful. So there's a couple of other things that go along with our 30-day cleanse and restore. We've talked about TerraZyme, and we talked about PBAssist. Some of the other items are the GX Assist, which is helps cleanse the GI tract cellularly, not just what's inside the GI tract. Zendocrine Complex, which is huge for helping the filter organs to detox. Lifelong Vitality Pack, and also the DDR Prime. What I have found when I've decided to do the cleanse is that, there's two other products, the Zendocrine Soft Gels and Lemon Essential Oil that we use in our water. So what I found with these other products is that they're necessary if you're going to do a cleanse. In fact, with the issues that I've had with my skin and my filter organs, because my liver was highly inflamed and was not really working to the point that it wasn't producing the insulin that my body was needing. And so I actually was diagnosed with hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar level. But once I did a cleanse for 30 days, and I did it pretty hardcore. It's not something that I would suggest doing it the way that I did. I included the Slim and Sassy soft gels as well, and Slim and Sassy in my water, because I had to get my my blood sugar levels in check. They were affecting my hormones, and my hormones were affecting my blood sugar levels. And so I got those in check. But some of the other products that are included, the DDR Prime includes frankincense, wild orange, lemongrass, thyme, summer savory, clove, and niaouli essential oils, which in studies have been shown to promote a healthy response to free radicals while supporting healthy cellular function. It promotes a healthy response to free radicals and protects the body and cells from the oxidative process that stresses our bodies out. And it can be used for a number of things. We're going to stay compliant, so we're not going to talk about all of those things. Zendocrine Complex, it's a proprietary blend of whole food extracts and a patented enzyme delivery system that supports healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the filter organs, which include the liver, the kidneys, the colon, the lungs, and the skin. The Zendocrine Soft Gels is a proprietary blend of tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro essential oils. It helps cleanse the body of toxins and free radicals that can slow the body's systems down, leaving a heavy, weighted feeling. It's a powerful blend that combines rosemary and cilantro and juniper berry, known for their detoxifying properties and ability to support healthy liver function, while tangerine and geranium have purifying effects against unwanted substances in the body. So it's a pretty hefty 1-2 punch. And so I would just say this. If your kids aren't on the PBAssist or some sort of probiotic, some people have asked me what kids that are under, who can't swallow really well, babies under 2, take. There's a powdered probiotic that you can get online. I'll have to remember what it is, and I'll post it in the comments. But it's something that you can add to. It's something that I added to my baby's formula when I was supplementing them while I was nursing. And my formula that I made at home was actually tested from Primary Children's here in Salt Lake Hospital, and they said that it was better than any formula they had ever seen, had all the nutrients in it, and half the sugar. And so, you know what, ladies, if that's what you can get, then there is stuff out there besides what's on the shelf. So all in all, let's go back to the fact that your gut and your emotions are a two-way street, and your skin is too. If you want nice glowing skin, then you need to take care of your cute little gut, and it will take care of you. And so I don't know if there's any questions. Doesn't look like it. So let's just post questions in the Facebook group, and I hope that you guys got a lot of good information from this. I always like studying up on it. My husband says, "So are you done studying?" And I'm like, well, kind of. I'm not really ever done studying, but it was fun to revisit some facts that you know, but might have forgotten. So I appreciate your time, and hopefully you guys enjoy the recording. And I will see you. I think I will see you next week. I'll post on the Facebook group and let you know for sure. But I know that probably the 3rd week in July, I probably won't be doing a continuing education class. But we'll get the schedule set, and I'll let you know. Okay, talk to you later. See ya. Bye.